Someone feels sorry for what they did to you in the past. But my beloved child, the air around you carries a tremor of unfinished words, and the clock leans forward as if it already knows what the next hour will bring. The person who once walked away with pride now walks back with humility stitched into every heartbeat. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The voice that once sounded distant now practices your name in a quiet room, rehearsing a confession that burns and heals at the same time. The apology has grown heavy and it refuses to be carried any longer without release. The call is set to arrive and the truth stands behind it like a sunrise refusing to stay hidden. The guilt inside them matured into courage and courage has matured into action. Today does not look like yesterday because regret has learned the language of responsibility. You stand at the edge of a scene that once broke you and now prepares to remake you. Your story did not collapse. It paused, gathered witnesses in silence, and prepared a better second act. The evidence sits in their chest. A letter never sent. A gift never given. A promise never fulfilled. Now all those unsent things step forward with trembling hands and ask for their chance. Your kindness was not discarded. It planted something in them that refused to die. Every time they tried to forget you, life mirrored your patience back at them in strangers and street lights. Their pride cracked and through the crack, the need to make it right grew like light on water. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. Your heart learns new strength in the exact place it once learned pain. The script flips and you become the one who decides how the past gets written into the future. The call forms like rain before the storm, tender and certain. They expect to speak without defense, to admit without excuse, to honor what was wounded. They expect to ask for a chance to rebuild brick by honest brick. Silence ends and a new language begins. Clear, steady, accountable, the first sentence will carry a tremble. The second will carry a tear. The third will carry the key. The door inside you knows this knock and prepares to open with wisdom. Your boundaries glow like a dim halo, strong and calm. Forgiveness is not forgetfulness. It is the choice to carry only what helps you breathe. The future bows to the one who refuses to be bitter and refuses to be blind. Something huge is waiting for you and it arrives with proof. Screenshots and timelines, memories and dates, all laid down like stepping stones across a river. The apology comes not as a favor to them, but as justice to you. Your peace reads the room before you speak a word. Your spirit feels the sincerity like warm light through closed eyelids. The season of unanswered why shifts into a season of witnessed how they are about to call to express their feelings and they are expecting to be allowed the dignity of truth. They are expecting to be heard, not worshipped, forgiven, not excused, tested, not punished. You hold the measure and the measure is clarity. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The past shows up to return what it took. The present volunteers to be your shield while you choose what stays. Lean in because a pair of shaking hands just turn the volume up on courage. Their chest keeps time with a countdown only they can hear and the number reaches 0 as your phone lights. This is not a message typed at midnight. This is a voice offering its name back to itself. They admit the hidden motive from years ago and they name it without perfume, They describe the night their fear dressed up as indifference and how that costume never fit. They confess how your patience haunted their victories until the victories felt hollow. The call carries the weight of specific moments. The street where you waited, the gift you gave, the promise they broke, the day they laughed too loudly to hide a flinch. Every detail arrives like a key return to the rightful owner. Don't skip, your spirit says to your mind, because something huge is waiting for you and it wears the shape of closure. Closure does not beg you to go back. It invites you to step forward without a chain. The apology does not demand. It presents and you decide. They speak of a turning point, a quiet morning, a name on a billboard, a song that used your favorite line. They speak of a conversation with someone who mirrored your grace and called them out gently and firmly. They say the truth found them and they finally found themselves. They are about to call to express their feelings and they are expecting to ask for permission to love you in the daylight. They are expecting to earn with consistency what they lost with arrogance. They are expecting to prove that responsibility looks like routine, not fireworks. Your heart remains sovereign. Your voice remains steady. Your boundaries remain lit like runway lights guiding a careful landing. Something huge is waiting for you and it breathes like relief. Relief that does not erase history but files it correctly. Relief that lets your lungs hold more air than your grief ever allowed. If this moment serves your path, you accept it with discernment. If not, you release it with dignity. Either way, you win because truth restores the architecture of your life. Either way, your tomorrow loosens its fist and opens its palm. Don't skip because your decision writes a new climate for your days. Your kindness does not retire, but it does learn to wear armor made of self-respect. Your hope does not vanish, but it does learn to negotiate with evidence. If you felt the power of this story, share this message with someone who needs courage. Comment one word that names your boundary and subscribe for the next chapter that keeps you strong. Your engagement becomes a lighthouse for others traveling the same coast. Your voice changes the weather for hearts that thought the storm would never pass. Now listen to the quiet proof that follows brave words. Calendars shift, schedules bend, and the person who once wandered arrives on time. Patterns that hurt you vanish, and patterns that help you appear like fresh paint on an old wall. They come with an offer that includes a plan and a timeline. Transparency becomes the policy, not the exception. Consistency becomes the rhythm, not the performance. Your spirit peers beneath the surface and finds alignment. Accountability meets tenderness, and both bow to your boundaries. They choose repair over romance because repair is romance built to last. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you and it looks like the apology doing the dishes of yesterday's mess. It looks like them honoring your silence without panic. It looks like them honoring your yes without rushing. They place respect into your hands as if it were a fragile heirloom. They place patience into your day like a cushion under a heavy truth. They place protection around your name like a safe lock that finally closes. Your soul chooses what to keep. Your wisdom chooses what to test. Your joy chooses when to dance. They are about to call to express their feelings and they are expecting to be met with calm clarity. They are expecting to hear the terms of your peace and accept them with gratitude. They are expecting to stand still long enough for trust to grow roots. The story turns and you become the author of the terms. The past no longer edits your paragraphs. The future stops speaking in riddles and starts speaking in schedules. Something huge is waiting for you, and it answers an ache you stop naming out loud. It answers the part of you that wanted an apology that sounded like action. It answers the part of you that wanted devotion that sounded like time. Your power sits quietly, not to intimidate, but to steady. Your love becomes wise, not smaller. Your life unfolds like a letter that finally got the stamp, the address, and the courage to be sent. Don't skip, because the next 5 minutes teach you how to be honored without being idolized. They teach you how to be cherished without being controlled. They teach you how to be believed without being tested by pain. Here comes the moment your breathing has been practicing for. The phone rings, the apology lives, and the offer waits on the table like bread after a long fast. You choose with a hand that no longer shakes. You accept the truth without swallowing your voice. You accept the possibility without throwing away your proof. You accept the future without pretending the past never happened. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and it takes the form of self-respect that never leaves your side. Your choice becomes a ceremony, your boundaries become vows spoken out loud. If you rebuild, you do it slowly, with calendars, with checkpoints, with honesty that does not flinch. If you release, you do it gently, with blessings, with lessons, with gratitude that refuses to poison itself. Either path keeps your crown where it belongs. They are about to call to express their feelings, and they are expecting to honor your decision without argument. They are expecting to serve the truth they finally met. They are expecting to stand tall without standing over you. Your heart remains the compass. Your future remains the horizon. Your peace remains the homeland. Something huge is waiting for you, and it bends the light in your favor. Your days gather under a sky that finally feels like a friend. Your nights return your sleep without bargaining. You become the safe place your younger self needed. You become the promise your older self can trust. You become the standard that love must meet to stay. Don't skip, because the next version of you steps forward now. The apology knocks, the courage answers, and the wisdom sits at the head of the table. The story ends with your dignity and begins with your joy. My beloved child, tonight carries a pulse that feels different. The air itself seems to whisper your name, as if heaven already knows what's coming next. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and it starts before the sun even rises. They're pacing across their room, replaying every moment they took for granted. Their hands tremble when they see your picture, because it no longer belongs to the past. It's a mirror showing them what they destroyed. Their heart beats with a rhythm of guilt and hope colliding. They draft the message again and again, erasing words that sound too soft or too rehearsed. Nothing seems good enough to cover the pain they caused. They finally realize that no apology is powerful unless it carries the weight of action behind it. They whisper to themselves that this time there will be no running, no games, no pride, no delay. Because this moment, this apology is not about comfort. It's about truth. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The clock strikes closer to the hour, and heaven aligns the chance they begged for, but never thought they'd earn. Your name echoes in their mind like a prayer they don't deserve to speak. They scroll through their gallery, stopping at the last photo where you were smiling without knowing it would be the last time. The guilt in their eyes burns like fever. They finally admit to themselves they broke something priceless, and the only way to heal it is through honesty. Archangel Michael says, every soul that wrongs another must someday face the mirror of truth. That mirror stands before them now, and it reflects your grace. The angels have been guiding their path back to you, not for romance but for redemption. Their apology is not just for words. They are ready to reveal what they hid. The secret behind their actions, the pressure they faced, the reason they pulled away. It's not an excuse. It's the last missing piece of your piece. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. They are trembling, holding the phone, typing and deleting, typing again. And heaven watches as they prepare to confess everything you were meant to know years ago. The moment arrives. Your phone buzzes once, then again. Their name flashes across your screen like a ghost turning into a human again. You hesitate, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Your heart has learned to pause before it bleeds. Yet something within you whispers. This time, listen differently. The voice on the other end is shaking. It's raw, stripped, no longer decorated with ego or excuses. Every syllable carries a piece of their truth. Every breath carries an old regret. Finally finding air. They admit the lie that changed everything. The person who whispered poison into their ears, the manipulation, the misunderstanding. They tell you the exact moment they realized they had hurt the only person who truly stood by them. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. This call is not a performance. It's a reckoning. They speak as if each word could repair one of the wounds they created. Tears fall from both sides. Yours not from weakness. Theirs not from guilt alone. It's release. The sound of pain transforming into clarity. The sound of two souls finally exhaling after years of silence. Archangel Michael says, forgiveness is not about forgetting. It's about freeing your wings. And in that moment, you feel lighter. The story that once weighed on your chest now begins to dissolve. They tell you they've changed, not overnight, but through nights spent facing their shadow. They tell you about the sleepless hours, the apologies they rehearsed but never dared to send. The prayers whispered in shame. And now they're done running. Something huge is waiting for you. And it's not them. It's peace. The kind of peace that comes when the universe sees you were always the one who loved with purity. The kind of peace that doesn't need validation because it already carries victory. Don't skip because what's next rewrites everything you thought was final. You listen, but you don't crumble. You breathe, but you don't rush. The storm inside you no longer destroys. It transforms. You realize the apology isn't the ending. It's your beginning. You feel the strength that was buried beneath heartbreak rise to the surface like fire meeting oxygen. The version of you that once waited is gone. The one who leads has arrived. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The universe bends to honor those who survive truth with grace. Every tear you ever cried becomes currency for blessings yet to unfold. You speak not to blame but to confirm your healing. You tell them you heard every word, but forgiveness doesn't mean return. You tell them you wish them peace, but your peace is finally your own. The silence that follows isn't awkward. It's sacred. It's the sound of boundaries being respected, of two souls parting with dignity. You hang up, not broken, not bitter, but reborn. Archangel Michael says, your power was never revenge. It was restoration. Heaven has recorded your endurance and prepared double the blessings for your patience. What was taken unjustly will return multiplied. You look around your space and suddenly it feels lighter. The air hums with a new frequency. Even the walls seem to breathe relief, as if the energy of regret has finally left. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The call may have ended, but destiny has just started dialing your next miracle. The next morning, the world greets you differently. The sunlight feels warmer and your reflection smiles without effort. This is what freedom feels like. Truth without tension. They send one final message. Thank you for listening. You didn't owe me that. And you reply, peace be with you. That's all. No lingering, no begging, just peace. What you don't see is how heaven celebrates that moment. Forgiveness opened a portal for your blessings to rush in unhindered. Every delay, every rejection, every betrayal was preparation for the clarity you now own. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you, and this time it's for you alone. A door opens where there was once only a wall. Opportunities start arriving unannounced and favor follows you like a loyal guardian. Archangel Michael says, the past apologized so the future could proceed. And indeed, your timeline shifts. People who once overlooked you now see your light. Love that once ran from you now seeks your presence. This is your reward, not for perfection, but for persistence. You stayed kind in a cruel world. You stayed honest when others hid behind lies. You stayed open when pain begged you to close. Don't skip because your next chapter doesn't start with an apology. It starts with abundance. You walk differently now. Each step carries quiet confidence. Not because of who hurt you, but because of who you became despite it. Your aura speaks before your mouth does. Doors open where you once knocked in vain. People approach you with respect instead of assumption. And deep down you realize something holy. You never needed them to be sorry to start healing. You just needed time, truth, and divine timing. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The apology was a seed, but the harvest is peace, wealth, and divine recognition. What you went through didn't break you. It built the throne you're now sitting on. The person who wronged you will watch from afar as your life blooms. Not out of revenge, but as proof that pain can't imprison purpose. You forgive them fully. Not for them, but for your own flight. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, whispering, you did it. You survived what was meant to silence you. The angels rejoice because you didn't let darkness dictate your story. Don't skip because your next caller won't be from your past. It will be your future introducing itself. As the day ends, you sit beneath the sky that once witnessed your tears. The wind moves differently now. It carries your strength like a hymn. The chapter closes, but the lesson becomes your legacy. Every person who ever underestimated you becomes a quiet witness to your rebirth. Every scar becomes a map leading others to healing. You are no longer waiting. You are walking in divine timing. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The next miracle carries your name and it's closer than you think. What once hurt you will soon honor you. Heaven is smiling. The universe is rearranging itself to reward your growth. The energy of regret has transformed into the fuel of renewal. This is not revenge. This is divine order. The person who feels sorry will carry that weight until they evolve. But you, my child, you have already risen. The light around you will attract new blessings, new love, new beginnings. And this time, no apology will be needed because everything entering your life now will be pure from the start. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you and it's called destiny fulfilled. My beloved child, the universe has been watching the shift within you. It has seen how you chose peace instead of war. How you forgave when anger begged you to explode. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you and it begins with a sign that will appear within the next few hours. A soft breeze, a sudden song, a random call. These will not be accidents. They will be confirmations that heaven is rewarding your restraint. Every moment you stayed silent when others tried to provoke you has become a seed growing into blessings you can't yet imagine. The person who once hurt you deeply now dreams of your peace every night. Their remorse has become their teacher and their guilt has turned into awakening. They finally understand that your absence was their greatest punishment. Archangel Michael says, regret is not meant to destroy a soul, but to remake it through awareness, and now that awareness has turned them into a student of truth. They look at your strength and realize they never broke you. They refined you. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. A message that once took months to form will arrive without warning. This time it won't be full of excuses. It will be full of admission. They will confess not just the act but the emotion behind it. You will hear the words you once begged for in silence. You will finally see tears that are not manipulative but sincere. And you will realize that sometimes the closure we wait for comes not in a sentence but in seeing genuine change. The heavens align to bring you the peace that stayed delayed. Everything that was taken from your heart will return as clarity, stability, and power. This is the season where what was meant to destroy you starts working in your favor. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. Your comeback season. As the night falls, something sacred begins to unfold. The same person who once ignored your worth now sees you in places they never expected. They hear your name in conversations, in songs, in dreams. You became unforgettable not because you chased them but because your energy became truth. The divine has reversed the roles. The one who caused the tears now feels the ache of missing you. The one who dismissed you now prays for one more minute of your time. And you steady, calm, healed, stand on the other side of forgiveness like royalty. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. It's the arrival of divine justice, not as revenge, but as recognition. The world will soon see what heaven already knew. You were never the victim. You were the vessel. Archangel Michael says, when someone repents sincerely, heaven listens. But when you heal completely, heaven moves. And now heaven is moving mountains for your peace. Your name is being mentioned in rooms that once forgot you. People who never valued you now see your glow and wonder how they missed it. The tables didn't just turn. They transformed into an altar where your growth is worshipped silently. You are the lesson they didn't study in time. The test they failed by choice. The blessing they mishandled before they knew how sacred it was. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The redemption of your story. Your phone lights up again, but this time it doesn't feel like a ghost. It feels like destiny. The voice trembling on the other end is not trying to win you back. It's trying to set things right. They start by saying your name softly as if afraid it might disappear. Matter. They pause, then speak truth without filters. You didn't deserve what I did. I was scared. I was lost. I was wrong. You close your eyes and feel the universe nod. Every star above you witnesses this moment of redemption. Not because you needed them to say it, but because truth always finds its way back home. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. This call isn't about history. It's about healing. The energy that once chained your heart finally unlocks and you feel a calm power that no apology could ever buy. They explain what you never knew. The misunderstanding, the pressure, the jealousy from others that twisted everything. They reveal the secret conversations that created distance. And for the first time, you realize it wasn't your fault. Archangel Michael says, truth delayed is still truth delivered. The delay wasn't denial. It was preparation. Heaven had to let you grow strong enough to hear the truth without losing your peace. The call ends not in drama but in peace. You both say take care, and for the first time you actually mean it. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The release that finally frees your soul. That night you sleep deeply. No nightmares, no overthinking, no heartbeats that race, just calm silence wrapping you like wings. The next morning, your phone buzzes again, but this time it's not from them. It's from destiny. A message. A letter, or an opportunity, that aligns so perfectly that you'll know. It's heaven saying, now that you've forgiven, watch what I can do. Doors that were once locked begin to open. People who once doubted you start reaching out for collaborations, love, and respect. The energy around you vibrates at a higher level now, and even the smallest blessings feel divine. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. You are stepping into a new chapter where regret no longer rules your narrative. Purpose does, Archangel Michael says, the same hands that hurt you will now bless you through their repentance. Their apology opened a cosmic gate. Now abundance flows through every area of your life. Love, peace, and success. The universe rearranges itself to make sure you receive everything that was delayed. You will notice divine coincidences, people appearing at the right moment, signs repeating, numbers aligning. Your past was the setup. Your healing is the key. Your future is the miracle. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you, your divine reward. As evening arrives, you stand in front of the mirror, not to fix your face, but to recognize your spirit. The person looking back at you is no longer the same. You've become calm where you once reacted, powerful where you once pleaded. You realize now that their regret was never the closure you were. Their apology only confirmed what heaven had already declared. You won by choosing light. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. The moment you truly let go, blessings will rush like floodgates bursting open. Love that is pure. Opportunities that are steady. Peace that cannot be shaken. You whisper. I release it. And the room shifts. A gentle wind passes by as if angels themselves exhaled in agreement. Archangel Michael stands near, unseen but deeply felt, saying, "The past has been forgiven and your future has been secured. Walk freely, my child." You smile, not out of pride, but relief. You know you've crossed the bridge from pain to purpose. The story that began in heartbreak now ends in harmony. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. Tomorrow will bring your sign. Maybe a blue feather, a name repeated thrice, or a sudden opportunity that mirrors your dreams. That will be your confirmation that heaven kept its promise. And as you fall asleep tonight, peace doesn't visit, it stays.